big reveals are coming. As I always say, I'm not saying that. Games Workshop themselves are saying that. They put this out in their article. We have a brand new reveal show, and I think it's going to be the last big reveal show of this year. So it could be a way to sign out with a bang from Games Workshop. So let's jump in and let's discuss what we always do, predictions and wants from this new live stream reveal event. So this event is going to be an early morning event for those of us who live in the real world, the UK, because it's going to be at 4 a.m. in the morning. If you're in the US, it's going to be at around 9 p.m. I'll put the little thing up on the screen now so you can see your times where you live, but it is going to be an early one for me and you. That's if you live in the UK. Of course, as I always do, I'm going to be up, I'm going to be live streaming it, we're going to do our watch along, having our fun, having our laughs as we do it. Now, in terms of reveals, I think there's actually quite a big selection of what potentially they can show off. I personally think it's mostly going to be box sets, big box sets, but I don't want to start with that. We'll get onto that in a second. I actually want to start with the World Eaters because I actually do think they may get a little bit of a preview at this event. So for what I know and what the whispers of the warp are saying is that the World Eaters are going to be dropping early next year. Now, we've seen most of the World Eater launch, but we haven't seen everything, and maybe this is the show where we actually get to see what the rest of the World Eater stuff has. Maybe the Codex cover, maybe some of the new rumored cultists, you know, that whole leak that happened a couple of, 3-4 days ago now about the, all the point sheet. Is that real? Is it not real? There's still people arguing about that. So maybe if that is real, they could show off some of the units that have not been revealed, but what was revealed on that point sheet. But I do think that the World Eaters will get something in this event. Probably not something big, not massive or anything like that, but just a little bit to keep the World Eater hype going over Christmas and then on till next year when that release finally comes. Now, there is one burning question which I keep seeing over and over and over again. I get PMs on this daily. I get asked on my live streams. See it in the comment section of all my videos. 10th edition Valrak, when are we going to get more information about 10th edition? Is it going to happen at this preview event? And my honest answer is no. I actually don't think we're going to see anything in terms of talking about 10th edition officially from Games Workshop for a long time. They've just started this brand new Arcs of Omen narrative campaign, and this is where their focus is going to be on now. They're going to focus on that. Once that is coming to a close, it's about to finish, that's when we'll start to see some of the talk about the next edition for Warhammer 40,000 and the potential releases of what's going to be coming with that edition. Now, as we're on the topic of Arcs of Omen, it's probably best to focus on that for now, because I do think this is where the main focus of this preview show is going to be. Every Friday now we're getting these little teaser trailers. The last one was an Abaddon one. The one before that was the Emperor tarot card, right, if I'm not mistaken. And this whole narrative campaign is their big focus, just as I've stated. And when it comes to this preview show, this is the chance now to show it all off. Firstly, I think we are going to see a preview of the book, the first book in this series. From what I am hearing, it is coming around Christmas time. Again, that could be just all made up because rumors are rumors, but I won't be surprised if it did drop just around that Christmas period to get people into this new narrative campaign, the new, apparently, how to play Warhammer 40,000 with boardings and stuff like that. Box sets apparently are going to be a big thing around this new Arcs of Omen narrative campaign. The first box set apparently that we're going to see, or the big box set we're going to see around this, is going to be a Chaos themed box set. So maybe that is on the cards to be shown off at this show. Apparently inside that box set is that new Demon Prince that is, out with it. Was it Slaves of Darkness, if I'm not mistaken, where you can build like an AOS one or a 40k one. Apparently that's going to be in the 40k box set, along with like Possessed, a Helldrake, if I'm not mistaken. I think, was there something else? I'm not too sure. But, that's what the rumors of the Warp were saying. But there's also going to be other featured box sets as well. So there's going to be like smaller, like boarding patrol box sets, like kind of like, I want to say Kill Team-esque box sets, but not quite Kill Team box sets for this, of course, brand new way to play 40k, because they're selling all this Space Hulk terrain and stuff like that, and that's going to be one of the big features now. A part of playing in this new narrative campaign, you can board ships, play it, so they're going to be making box sets dedicated to each faction to push out for you to buy. So if you just want to play that game mode, then you can go out, buy that box, and actually just play with that. So, well, I want to call it a kill team, but it's not a kill team. A space team, we'll call it, a space boarding team. So maybe we'll see some of those previewed at this event as well. And there's also more box sets aimed at certain chapters. Now, again, with the Christmas video, I already kind of covered this, where we saw the Raven Guard and the Imperial Fist box set, and I said these two box sets are different from the rest. The Christmas box sets had completely different art on there and everything like that, and the reason is apparently we are going to get more of those box sets just like that, aimed at the Ultramarines, White Scars, Salamanders, and they're all going to have that like fancy artwork on there, and they're just going to be like repackaged Space Marine bundles, basically. Like the White Scar one will probably have like more bikes in there, the Salamander one, I have no idea. It's probably going to be like aggressors with like flamer gauntlets, because why not, right? Ultramarine one, I don't know, maybe it's just like full of codex books and, you know, all that weird stuff that they like to get into. But what I'm saying is that they're going to get, well, we're going to get a lot more box sets previewed to us, and I think this show now is the right place to do it at. Now, since this is basically the last preview show of the year, I still think we're going to get something previewed at Christmas, because they always trying to like show something off and get us excited. I think it's like, is it like the Boxing Day reveal they do something? Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But I think we are going to get a last preview of the year, but this is going to be, like I said, the last big preview of this year. So I'm hoping maybe we'll actually see some more bigger character models. The rumor is that Farsight, Dante, Azrael are going to be part of this Arcs of Omen release, you know, where characters come along with this story. Would they have the balls to maybe tease us there? Maybe drop a little teaser trailer for maybe, I don't know, maybe book 2, book 3 or something like that. Well, that's if they do show off book 1, then, you know, I'd love something at the end, maybe book 2, and it's like Dante or Azrael, and then we can all just start getting super, super excited and potentially like, oh my God, is Dante coming? Is Azrael coming? You know, we can all start talking about it, because that's where the fun is for me, where we all start theorizing what potentially could happen, and we all just start throwing all our ideas into the ring. I just get an absolute buzz out of that, and I love talking to people about that. So yeah, if we can get something like that, I think it would be good. But I think practically, I think they're just going to focus on the things like the box sets and, you know, that kind of stuff that we know that well, potentially coming right in front of us around like the Christmas time and everything. I'm actually quite sad that there's no Horus Heresy, because I actually am really into Horus Heresy at the moment. I was hoping to see something Horus Heresy. As I've been talking now, before this show was announced, I was like, I wonder if they're going to do a Horus Heresy event in November, because they normally did a Horus Heresy like 2-day like weekender, like live, like hotels and stuff. And I was thinking maybe they're just going to put that online this year, but instead we got this preview and there was no Horus Heresy mentioned at all. So yeah, I was kind of let down by that, because I want to see what's going for Horus Heresy. You know, the rumors of like that, all the plastic stuff that's coming for that. Necromunda is on the cards, but I'll be honest with you, I literally don't know anything about the Necromunda gangs. I've been seeing the new vehicles and stuff for the Ash Waste, which I actually do like that latest one they put out, like that hauler. I was like, oh my God, maybe I can use this as an Imperial Guard transport, like, you know, mod it and stuff like that. It looks really, really cool. So maybe we'll see something, you know, more aimed at that, more vehicles, more gangs added to that game. Nothing else really is on the cards. Maybe they could tease us and show off, as I always mention, Battlefleet Gothic Armada, but I don't think that is anywhere near. I don't think it's even being planned or designed at this moment. Maybe there's talks about it. The only specialist game I've heard is that they're bringing Epic back in some type of format. I don't know if it's 40k or it's going to be Horus Heresy. Hopefully we'll get some information on that later next year. Right, that is enough waffling from me for the day. So I want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. As always, if you've got any thoughts, predictions, anything like that, post it down below and we can have a nice little talk down there, as we always do. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. See you later, Chaperonios, and have a great day. See ya, and bye-bye. Bye, bye, bye.